Hello everybody. Today is Wednesday, June 1st. It's 4:06 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just turned 4:07. I have a chart of the crude oil here. So the time in sales is the crude oil, which the last trade here is at 49.16. You can confirm that 4:07 p.m. Should be able to see my computer clock here, 4:07 p.m. on Wednesday, June 1st. Before I continue, first the required disclaimer. Okay, it was a good day for the auto trader today. First chart we have to show you is the crude oil on the Superenco 7 tick, and this has been featured in many of our videos. We started off with a small loser followed by a fantastic winner that went long at 48.24 and closed at 48.88. That is 64 ticks on two contracts. If you trade manually or via discretion, you know how hard it is to hold a trade for 64 ticks in the crude oil, but the auto trader does that without emotion. Okay, after that trade, there was another long trade here that went long at 48.82 and closed at 49.04, so another 20 ticks or so, and that caused it to hit its goal, and it did not have any slippage on the end. You can see the daily goal here at 1200 with a loss limit of 1000. Okay, next up is the DAX on an actual line break chart, and this is the first time I'm showing the DAX on a line break chart, and it hit its goal today of 2000. So hopefully this continues to show some consistency. This is the first time I'm showing it today. You can see we have a goal here at 2000, and that was hit with no slippage. There was a number of trades. I'm going to go back to the beginning and show you how this played out. So this strategy begins trading at 9 o'clock. There was a small winning trade here, followed by a short small winner, and then we had a solid short trade and a nice long trade, and then a small winner here that got prematurely stopped out. There was a small loser and then a couple of winners here. Another long trade, and that was it. This is where it hit its goal. You can see our equity graph here at 2000 as the equity starts at 0 on a line break chart each day. Okay, next up we have the 30-year Treasury bond on a Superenco 6 tick, and there was a small loser at the open that drew down just a few $100s, and then we had a solid short trade into the close of the bond session at 3 o'clock Eastern Time. That gave us a net gain of just over $700 for the day on two contracts. You can see yesterday's trade, even though this is historical and looking back, it's quite similar to what we showed in real time yesterday. Okay, next up is the DAX on the Superenco 6 tick. This is trading our line break algorithm, and this did 662 for the day on two contracts. Next up is the E-mini S&P on the Superenco 12 tick, and this had two trades, basically catching this long reversal here for a total of 675. That's about 50 or 60 ticks in the E-mini S&P. Okay, the crude oil on the Superenco 10 tick was pretty good in the money on its first trade, it had an equity high, was up about $1,000, and then it drew down on these two trades about $600 or so to end up the day with only a net gain of $340 on two contracts. Okay, next up is the crude oil on the Precision Renko chart. This too had a nice run up in the beginning and then took it on the chin later in the session and gave some back, closing for a net gain of 250. We'll come back to our crude oil chart on the Super Renko 7 tick, hitting its goal of 1200 for the day. That's all for today's video. If you'd like to find out more, please visit our website or please contact us at systems@bluewavetrading.com. Thanks for watching today.